The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, February 10th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, February 10th. Oh boy. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. And look, if you're listening to this on the audio side, or if you're just watching this, you haven't connected on the audio side, get on over there, hit that subscribe on whatever audio platform there is that comes to your brain. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swing at Database Dad, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Had a great day today. Had a great fucking day today. Yeah. I think I've had a pretty strong week. Don't want to jinx it for tomorrow, but everything except for that Friday card. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ride and Rush Show. And make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show each and every day. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
Doing good, man. Yeah, football is officially donezo. So what do we got? 5 weekends till selection Sunday. Let's go. Cheers.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. Didn't watch a second of the game, and I felt fantastic about it.
Honestly, Colby, you looked like the smartest guy in the room tonight. Not watching any of that.
Dude, yeah. I was out. I was out on the town. Took my mom out, treated her. Mom, wife, son. It was perfect. It was like the town was completely fucking empty. It was like my own little world. Fucking eating dinner next to some outside a nice restaurant. Squirrels are just sitting there eating fucking acorns right next to me. I said, "This is peaceful. It's fucking peaceful." Did you have any squirrels? Were you on squirrel watch over there?
No squirrel watch for me. But I did watch the game. I did enjoy watching Taylor Swift get the shit boot out of her. That was fantastic. She was a little stunned by that. I thought that was great. You gotta humble her ass a little bit every now and then.
AOD given 420 says I'm at the
there we
bar.
go. There we go. And Jay Steele, yes, my son is still known as White Tiger. He's got the tattoo on his arm. We had a fire day in hoops, though. I'll tell you that, or at least I did. Yeah. I'm a little mad though. A little mad. that you talked me off Villanova, because I came into the show thinking about Villanova. That you spun this angle on me on no fans in Philly, which was pretty fucking logical. And
nobody there.
I backed away. And saying maybe you're on to something.
Yeah.
And I didn't place a wager on this game, but then Villanova wins by 12, and there you go. Didn't bet it, so I guess I can't be too mad. But I just thought I could have just had a even better day, because I actually, coming into the slate, felt all right about it. What happened here? Like I said, this is my Sunday. It's a family day. Went out, walking dogs, picking up shit. You know what I mean? The usual. What happened in this game?
I mean, fuck. And to the angle where I thought it'd be a little bit of a sleepy spot for Villanova, that crowd sucked today. Except for, I guess, the last 5 minutes when they came alive. But Xavier had a 6-point lead with 12 minutes left, but went through a big-time scoring drought down the stretch. And, I mean, we talked about Xavier's chances at getting back into the dance. You had to find a way to get this one. Now you pretty much got to win out, in my opinion. That's a tough loss in Villanova. Good win for them. Good way to fight and come back there and pull away and win by 12.
Yeah, when I think of Sean Miller, ever since he was hired, after he left Arizona, and that was an ugly scenario. I just think,
what's that smell? You stink.
Xavier sucks. They've not lived up to the potential. I thought the roster was pretty good this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're not going to fire him, but where do you go from here? This is a pretty good team, I feel like. And I know that they can still win. They're talented enough to win the Big East tournament. They really are. But I just don't see any signs of that happening. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and what Trevor's talking about in the chat, like you get a chance at a quad 1 win at Villanova,
with no fans,
with no fans, not that good a crowd. Like you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Where do they go from here? I mean, their schedule sucks coming down the stretch. They're gonna win a lot of these games, but I mean, like I said, they got to run the table. They got at Providence, DePaul at home, Butler at home.
I mean, I think they could lose at Providence.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah,
I'm just saying what they need to do to make the tournament or get in the tournament is they got to win these last 7 games. I don't think they can do it.
No way. I think they're going to, I see Creighton on there is playing unbelievable right now at Providence. Lost. Butler, they play a home and home against Butler. I think they're going to lose three more times, at least. Am I crazy for that statement? 2, at least 2, or at least 2.
5-2.
Right?
I think they're going to lose to Creighton, and I think they'll lose at Butler. I feel like they're going to win at the Dunk, but I think they're going to lose one of those other road games, either at Seton Hall or at Butler.
Yeah.
But Yep.
Very disappointing considering the roster that was coming in. I know Fremantle got dinged up, but that happens every year too.
You got to put that in your handicap.
Yeah. What about the other side of this coin? Nova is sitting there. They're a strange team this year. I do feel like they got a lot better from November.
Yeah. They buried themselves with those losses.
But they have opportunity because guess who's on the schedule? St. John's, UConn, Marquette. Can they get hot?
Do you think Kyle Neptune can beat Rick Pitino? Do you think he can beat Dan Hurley? I mean, I guess he beat Do you think he can beat Dan Hurley in stores? Do you think he can beat Shaka Smart in a game he's got to have? I don't.
I mean, I think he could beat Shaka Smart.
Don't they always lose to Marquette?
I do feel like Marquette fucks them up, but
Marquette fucking owns Villanova in the last ever since Jay Wright retired. It's just I don't trust Kyle Neptune. He's been very, very up and down. I mean, he took over. It's actually sickening to look what he took over. Villanova was 30-5 every year for the last 5 years. I know you're going to have a little bit of a transition, but to be in year 3 and your 17-17, 18-16, now you're 14-10. I mean,
yeah,
underwhelming.
I did think this was the best the team has looked under his tenure, though. even though they've had some heartbreaking losses. That Creighton game.
Yeah, that was bullshit. But he's also he's got like a Player of the Year candidate. Eric Dixon has played out of his fucking mind.
Balling out this year.
Out of his mind just to get him to 14-10. When he's gone next year, how bad are they going to be?
Yeah. How great was this play? It's a free show, folks. George Washington catching, what was it, 5? I do believe we gave away the money line. Boom. Colonials go into Bonaventure. Colonials go into Bonaventure. Colonials go into Bonaventure and win outright.
Way to put your hatred aside. Good pick.
Occasionally I'll do that. I took the pussy pack the other day too.
TC totals 14-3 on the year. Average cover margins like above 10 points. These all smash
anymore.
What? I don't know.
Why do you think about sides anymore? You should just stick to the totals.
I hate doing math while watching the game though. Like I'm always like, okay, after the 4-minute timeout, are we on pace? Like that's how I have to follow the game. It's completely different. But yeah, I have no idea. Somehow these are all like no doubters. So having a hell of a year on the total side. ATS, I'm terrible. This has been a rough year.
Yeah. What a great play. Had a great day today. Had a great fucking day today. The Bonnies are not that good, man. They're not that good. So I know that their home crowd is normal. I guess they're still 17-7, but
they were like 14-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fraudulent 17-8. Yeah, they were sitting at 14-1, and they've lost what 9 out of 12.
Yep. Man, this next one, Big Ten battle. We cover by the fucking hook. Rutgers gets the cover for us. Maryland 90, Rutgers 81. Kind of got fortunate here, huh? They're down like what, 12.5 or something.
Yeah, what were they? 49-28. Yeah, or sorry, 49-38. Yeah, and they had a 15-point lead. I don't know. It kind of stayed around that number for a majority of it. Maybe 10-12. I think Rutgers at one point got it down to maybe 5 or 6.
Derek Queen, 29 points, 15 boards, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, getting it done.
Maryland's pretty fucking. I'm starting to buy into them.
Oh, I'm buying. Like, you want to talk about like? Here's the problem: Willard in the tournament's been ass,
horrible.
But if you were looking for wild card teams that could make the Final Four, I mean, like I said, I just don't trust Willard. But when I look at the team sometimes, when I just watch the games, I go, this team's pretty fucking good. They could be a dangerous draw for one of the bigger seeds or higher seeds. But yeah, nice win there.
You know how they always say you got to be top 25 analytically in both offense and defense to win it all. They're sitting at 20 in both of the categories. So, they're, to your point, they're well balanced. They got good sides with Queen and Reese on the inside. The guards are good. And can they put it together?
I will tell you there's no need to really worry about them in the first round matchup because each of the mid majors they played this year and low majors, they beat the shit out of. No contests all over in November and December.
Yeah. But what's the furthest Kevin Willard's ever gone?
Round of 32.
That's crazy.
I think he's only won 2 games.
He's another former Pitt point guard like Miller. Don't hire these Pitt point guards.
Something about fucking Pitt. You're associated with that losing brand. You can't get it done ever in life.
So he's been to the NCAA tournament 6 times, and he's only gotten past the first round once. Lost in the second round.
He beat Hugs in his last game.
But to be fair, his best team ever was COVID, and the tournament got canceled. his best record, his best team. That thing.
They were going to be
Dayton and San Diego State could have won a national championship those years. All
right, so we'll at least give them the round of 64 win that year. Maybe a Sweet 16. I think projection wise, they were going to get to a Sweet 16 with those vets.
Yeah. But I'm saying, I got asked this the other day on the grid. Who's your wild card teams to make the Final Four? And I'm like, dude, I got no idea. You know what I mean? Like I need to see a bracket because you're trying to bat. Like I think we all thought. I guess it was after the first round because I think Bieniek went back and listened, but we thought Alabama got a great bracket 100%. If they did win. Now we had them losing, I think, to somebody in the second round, but they got past it, and then they went all the way to the Final Four. Yeah. So there's
Carolina was Sweet 16,
but you need to see the bracket. But I will say this: I think Maryland is a team we should watch out for. I think Maryland is a team that is capable, just from the way they play defense, the scoring options they have. They're a dangerous team to me. Yeah. Bieniek, you're a Big Ten guy. You agree?
Yeah, 100%. And I went and looked at Willard's 2020 team because I didn't remember some of the players on it. I knew they were good, but I mean, Miles Powell, Quincy McKnight, and Mamu Lashvili wasn't even like really the star of that team.
That was a fun team.
Year. Yeah. But yeah, they were pretty good there. I think Maryland could do some damage as a dark horse. For sure. I think they've got a couple of good guards, and Queen is gonna be really a good force down low. Shout out to Zach M. Said y'all are the MF goats. Went 4-0 today. TC on top.
Appreciate you. Yeah. What do we do after that? We locked up Nebraska as they won 79-71 against the Buckeyes. Easy play. I mean, Ohio State pulled that win out their ass the game prior, even though Micah Parrish I was surprised he went to Ohio State, man. Some other school, I thought he could have gone to a better school, basketball wise, like a better contender. He had 30 for the Buckeyes today, but Bryce Williams.
You mean a better school basketball wise, like San Diego State? They could use him right now.
It's true, but I guess Ohio State's got a lot of fuck you money that San Diego State doesn't have. I'm just talking in general. Put Micah Parrish. I think he's a very good player. You put him on, what's a team that I think he'd be great at Michigan State this year.
Yeah, I was thinking like a Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Texas Tech or Houston, like one of those two.
Yeah.
Because he's a defensive guy.
Yeah, but he's been in college forever, a veteran, and it's a bummer because I don't think Ohio State's going anywhere. You'd like to see him play in March, but good luck. Virginia. What about Nebraska? We talk about what are the chances these Cornhuskers can get to the promised land, aka the NCAA tournament?
I don't know. That 6-game
50-50.
Yeah.
They've gone streaking.
They have a favorable schedule though, because at home they get Maryland next, which is probably their two toughest opponents are Michigan.
They're a 1-point dog
and Maryland. Yeah, but they're at home with that crowd behind them. You kind of like it, and they get Michigan, that I'd say is their second toughest opponent on the February 24th in Lincoln. Their road trips are Northwestern, Penn State, Ohio State. Those are all winnable games. The other home games are home to Minnesota, home to Iowa. I mean, it's possible they could win out.
Yeah, I mean, they've been the streaky team. They lost 6 in a row, and then before that, they had won 7 in a row, I think.
They probably lose at Northwestern.
They'll lose either the Northwestern or Ohio State game.
Yeah.
They're not going to win out, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see. Yeah, I'm happy to see Nebraska ball kind of back on the map here because, one, it helps my reputation as they were my sleeper Big Ten team. Now they're getting back to 500 in the league. And also, I just think Bryce Williams is a stud.
Yeah, he is. Next up, I didn't touch this game. Picked it incorrectly though. But Oklahoma State, Mac, locked this thing up. Cowboys, 86. Arizona State, 73. Bye-bye, Bobby Hurley. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you're fucking back. Your thoughts on this one?
I mean, they kind of wire to wire, to be honest. They controlled the game. Arizona State's not very good.
Yeah. I mean, you got to win. You're in like your fucking 10th year in Tempe. You can't beat fucking Oklahoma State on the road with 5 fans there. I mean, come on.
357 wants to know if you paid for that Country Roads commercial today.
Oh yeah, I scratched the Taylor Swift booing. That was the best part. Is the whole stadium stopping the game and singing Country Roads. So yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't catch that, but yeah, there you go.
It reminded me of the Germany
Why did they?
game. I don't know. It randomly like they played a commercial and then you looked and they went to the stadium and they were just blasting Country Roads.
Yeah.
It was great.
Wait, I was trying to play that.
Down there.
Shout out to OK State getting that dub in front of nobody. We double locked Wichita State as they go into Tampa and get it done. I mean, we had a fire day from a lock standpoint.
Yep.
We had a fire fucking day. Which I mean, South Florida was coming off of they honored their former coach. Yeah. So it was just a weird spot. No one gets up for Wichita. It's a weird game. And then we took Temple and the points. And boom, we got it done. You know,
this was triple lock.
Yeah, and despite Mashburn not playing, right? We still got it done.
They had the shit tied with like 10 minutes left.
Yeah. And then, you know, I probably should have thought about this because, yeah, first off, can we zoom into that? YouTube.com/the college experience. We did get some intel. And I told you there was a shipment coming in and Fran would be there for this. If you scroll down there to the article, we had police in Pennsylvania trying to crack the case after 100,000 organic eggs with an upwards of 40 grand were stolen from the back of a trailer over the weekend. You know, with that and the Super Bowl going on, because you know Fran had some greenbacks on the Eagles. I guarantee you, as a Philly guy his whole life, you know there was a lot of fucking distractions. Where are you going to hide the eggs? Which, you know, you're going to go with the cargo route. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different ways you got to be, you know, you're probably not focused on basketball. So the shipment was coming in and I think Frank Martin took advantage of a guy who was making plans elsewhere. You know what I mean? So I apologize on my only loss of the day as UMass destroys LaSalle by 23 points. No fans there again. That was another bad side of me.
Nobody there.
Yeah. But the good news is Fran is going to make 40K off this thing, you know, get the eggs out. He also made a bunch more on the Super Bowl. What's one game? We'll bounce back next week. He'll be able to actually think. I would assume he could get rid of those eggs pretty fast. You have a short shelf life on that, but I gotta flip those eggs, and I look forward to the game at St. Joe's Wednesday because I think they might be flying under the radar.
A little Philly on Philly crime, dude. How about the Minutemen?
Rolling right now.
They beat the fuck out of them. Hey, everybody was fucking crushing Frank when they were 0-2. They're 6-5 quietly. They played Davidson at home on Wednesday. I think they can get that one. Then they got the Bonnies at home. I think they're going to win both of those.
Then it gets a little tricky though.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to win at VCU. Even though I'll go to that game, they're not going to win at VCU. But
at G-Dub is an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean they already beat G-Dub. I think that's a little bit. I mean G-Dub's probably better at home, but they could beat Rhode Island at home. Then they got to go to the Bonnies. Bonnies been up and down, and then they got Loyola Chicago at home.
Yeah,
he's gonna fuck around and get them in the top 5 again in the A10.
Greg Godin says my alma mater disappoints yet again at Nova, so I think his alma mater Xavier there. And he said, but Temple might be my LIU Sharks, especially when they cash every over. Take notes, Bieniek. All right,
There we go. Great logo, by the way. Love the Indians logo there. Yeah, shout out. Appreciate you, Greg. Yeah. Nice. I mean, Diggins went for 34 points for UMass today. Yeah, impressive. Well, I should have thought about that. You got to flip those eggs. You know what I mean? Like, get the Eagles playing. He's trying to get back to the house, take his wife to Plowtown in time for the Super Bowl party. You know what I mean? There's a lot of intangibles there. Yeah. Probably not focused on the UMass defense that's been improving every single week. Shout out to Frank though for getting it done. Game balls. Actually, wait. Let me just read this, then we'll do game balls. Folks, what I tell you, college basketball experience is brought to you by us. Yes, Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Look, football is over, but NASCAR is back, baby. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona to sign up today for their free Daytona 500 contest to be entered to win $100 of cold hard cash and $100 SGPN gift card, plus some other random bonus prizes. You might get one of Patty C's t-shirts or something, used, of course. I'm joking, but that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona to sign up now. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, Edge SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for sports bettors, bettors in general, actually. And Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. Best part is no credit checks and it's completely free. Sign up today. Use that promo code SGPN so you can get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. So head over to head over to edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet every sport. Plus there's props for every game and the live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. It's easy to deposit. They got lightning fast payouts using crypto. So what are you doing? Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000.
SGPN.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, promo code is TCE SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip. Once again, that's mybookie.ag promo code TCE SGPN. All right, fucked up those reads, man. Sunday. Game balls, Mac. Where you going with the top game ball here?
Top game ball, UMass. Statement win. Go down there to Philly and get a big win.
Yeah, it's tough on these game balls tonight. I'm going to say G-Dub. Go to a lit environment, somewhat traditionally. And you pull out a win on the road. I feel like over the years, this is a game G-Dub normally loses. So yeah. Colonials. What are you doing with your second game ball? We should probably only do 2.
Yeah. I'll give Nebraska. Nice second half grinded out win. Stay on the right side of the bubble. Winners of 4 in a row now.
Yeah, and I'll go to Villanova. Take down Xavier. You have opportunity. I don't know what you're going to end up doing. You're probably not going to make the tournament, but you got opportunity with St. John's, UConn, Marquette ahead of you. You got opportunity. We've seen stranger things happen. So give me Nova for that game, Paul. All right, let's get to tomorrow's action. We got a fun one to start things off. Unfortunately, is not standalone. Lafayette is in DC taking on American. American currently laying 4.5. They played back on January 29th. American won by 7. AU is 8-1 at home this year. That's pretty impressive. And the thing is, they have one of the best offenses in the Patriot League. I'm gonna lay it. What are you doing here?
Does numbers feel short for the first place team at home?
It's a quick bounce back after an overtime game.
An overtime game, yeah. I want to bet Lafayette. I think Lafayette's live to win the game. I think we're going to get a fun game to start the week. Give me Lafayette. I'll lock up to 4.5.
Battle.
They've already played. Close game again. Let's go.
We got a battle. The DC. Dundee on the Eagles. Mac on the Leopards. You think this line is short?
Yeah, they're 9-3 in league play.
I'm just saying they win every game in like overtime.
I mean, they beat them by 7 at Lafayette.
I know, but I'm just saying like I mean, they just played Lehigh to overtime. They beat Army by 3. They beat Colgate by 4. They beat Lehigh by 1 the other time. It seems like every game is like a fucking 2-point game. You know what I mean? But
I like it goes to my point on liking Lafayette, I guess. I thought
fair,
it would be
fair,
like
but
6 or 7.
I don't think America should be favored by 6 or 7 against anybody in the Patriot League.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like, and that goes for any Patriot League team. I don't think the spread should go above 4.5 for any Patriot League game. Anyway, shout out to the chat. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there. Southern is in Montgomery, Alabama, the Dunn Oliver Center or Dome or whatever the fuck they call that thing. 8-point win by Southern back on a year ago in March in the conference tournament. Bama State has been 5-2 at home, but Southern obviously on a 10-game win streak.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we have to take Bama State, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
take this on the money line, right?
Yeah, I think Bama State's not too bad, and they dropped a home game. One of those, they've actually lost 2 in a row at home after starting on fire at home to start the year.
Southern staying out in Alabama for what it's worth. They just played A&M. Now they're playing State after 1 day of rest.
One of the things that stands out about Southern is they're a great fucking rebounding team. 34th in the nation in offensive rebounding, 65th nationally on rebounding in general. Top 5 team in steals too. I just think it's a spot. I mean, Southern,
great spot.
Yeah. I mean, and another thing is like Southern won by 2 in overtime against Jackson State. They won by 5 against Alcorn with some free throws late. They've had some tests. I think it comes to a halt here.
Yep.
Double lock. Let's take. I think we take the money line.
Nobody goes 11-0 in the SWAC.
Yeah. Do we take the money line or do you back yourself up with the 3.5?
Yeah, I'd take both. Split it up.
There we go. Double lock on Bama State. I didn't reference Ken Palm. Never have in my life before. Just so you know. I have never once referenced Ken Palm in my life before. I think I've asked Bieniek, what are their Ken Palm rankings, but I don't think I've ever used it myself.
Yeah, I use Ken Palm mainly because it's like the universal database that I feel like a lot of odds makers use. I feel like a lot of the numbers are very similar.
He's a hokey, you know what I mean? They canceled a series against ECU because they were sick of getting beat down. Yeah, this is the type of grudges I hold. All right. Probably backs the commander's name too.
Hilarious.
Next up. Oh boy, we got the bat. This is a rivalry game. This is a fucking rivalry game.
Not these fucking clowns again.
Mississippi Valley State, who I did cash on with their 1 road win as they're 1-16 on the road this year. They're heading to the David Whitney complex. Take on Alcorn State. Alcorn's been a fucking darling of mine. But this is a rivalry game.
That's a lot of points.
This is a rivalry game, dude.
19.5 with Alcorn?
I do think Alcorn's playing great right now, but I think we got to take the points, right?
Yeah, I'll take the points. I'm not going to bet it though. They just give up more 20-0 runs than any team I've ever seen in my life. They'll be like tied, and then they'll give up a 20-0 run. It's like, God damn you! Can you just not give up a 20-0 run?
Dude, I might pull the trigger on this. I agree. No bet as of now, but check the. I don't know. Maybe Alcorn's been a darling of mine, so if I fade them, I'm gonna feel stupid because I've made a lot of money on them the past couple weeks. But
you want to do
fun
it?
Watch. It's a big ass number for a rivalry game. Two teams in state going at it. Last time they played, Alcorn won by 7.
They never beat them. They've never beat them close by 19. They've never come close to this number.
I mean, should we do it?
Also, who's better, Alcorn or Jackson State?
Alcorn's playing pretty good ball right now, but Jackson State is the better team.
It's the same number as Saturday. Remember they were getting 19.5 at Jackson State?
Yeah.
I think they overreacted a little bit much. I think this line should be like 15. Let's go, Valley.
Let's do it. Rivalry play. Always take the points in the rivalry game.
They lose by 16.
Let's go Delta Devils.
We'll have the lead and go
double lock. Next up, North Carolina's heading into Clemson, South Carolina, at the Sherwood Forest there. Yeah. Clemens. I can't fucking talk now. Clemson is laying 5.5. Shout out to Roger Clemens. I mean, what a great spot to fade, but I part of me is like, what a great spot to take UNC on the money line, but I'm like, UNC's not good. So it's like, what do you?
Me and Noah were talking about this. Is this going to be the one that everybody and their brother's going to hop on for the letdown spot?
I'm getting really cute here. I'm doubling down. I'm locking up Clemson. I feel like this is your TMZ. Everybody coming in after football season's officially ended. Yeah. Everybody looks and saw Duke lost to Clemson on Saturday. And now everybody's going to bet North Carolina because they're looking for action on the Monday night.
I think you're right. And the fact they lost to Georgia Tech just one game prior to that Duke game.
And this is the purpose of the cocktail napkin, because I love spots like this. I would be on North Carolina 99 times out of the 100, but cocktail napkins got this thing at 8. I just think there's a lot of people that really love this spot rather than like North Carolina as a team and think they can actually do this against Clemson. I don't think this team's very good this year.
Here's the other thing. If it was anybody besides North Carolina, I would say it would be the letdown spot.
Who
they're not
can North Carolina throw?
North Carolina. They're not
going to can North Carolina throw at Ian Shefflin and Victor Locken?
I mean, and another thing is, look at these road performances. They lose by 17 at Duke. They lose by 8 at Pitt. They lose by a 1 to Wake. Clemson's better than Wake. They lose by, they did beat Cal. They put it on Cal. Oh no, that was in Chapel Hill, right? That was in Chapel Hill. They beat the Pussy Pack, but they shouldn't have. The Pussy Pack ruined it. They had no business beating Notre Dame. They had, remember they made like a 4-point play to beat Notre Dame. Yeah, I think you have to. They lost by double digits to Clemson, or to not Clemson, but Louisville. Yeah, let's go. Triple lock.
Yeah, I think Clemson's going to actually drill them. I think the letdown spot's on Saturday.
Who do they have Saturday by chance?
I don't know who it is. It's not going to be a letdown playing
it's Florida State. So it's the suing bowl.
They'll lose to Florida State.
The court case bowl.
They're getting up. They'll get up again for another one tomorrow.
Triple lock on Clemson.
Hey,
moving along, we got Texas A&M Commerce heading. The Chinese food restaurant is heading into Lake Charles, Louisiana. where McNeese is laying 19.5. These fucking lines. They haven't covered in a while. When's the last time McNeese covered a game?
Like 4 games ago. Before that, 3 straight road games.
It was against UT, or it was on the 25th.
Yeah, Commerce has actually been kind of covering these games.
I'm going to take McNeese in this one. They're due. Commerce is 0-14 on the road.
Yeah, I'll lay it. No bet for me though.
Yeah, no bet. Next up, we got my boys. What's this number? I couldn't find this number earlier. Florida A&M in Prairie View, Texas. What?
Yeah, Prairie View's favored.
Shut the fuck up. Lock Florida A&M. They're going to win by a strong 7. All right. Rattlers, get it done. What are you doing here?
I'm making sure it's still 1. Yeah, I like Florida A&M here. I'll join you. Let's go. I like the way that they're playing under Christi.
Double lock on the Rattlers. All right, you got to talk to me about this one here. The Mexicans are heading to Nacogdoches. Stephen F. Austin is laying 2.5.
Never gets old.
Why the fuck does Vegas all of a sudden love Stephen F. Austin? Someone's got to explain this to me.
Well, hey, they have won back-to-back.
Well, that was they hit a fucking 70-footer at the buzzer. Stop. Hold on. Like, why does Vegas? I don't understand how they were favored against Corpus
I don't know.
Christi.
The cocktail napkins got set 2.5 too.
They beat the fuck out of them though.
I understand that, but the Stephen F. Austin we watched all year made no sense. It didn't make sense for them to be favored against Corpus Christi. It doesn't make sense that they're favored against the Mexicans, and I can't take them because I don't buy into this shit. Give me the Mexicans to go into Nacogdoches and win it outright.
That was a great impression. It feels like a Mexico spot here. I mean, they've lost. That game was a tough one Saturday against Lamar. Stephen F. Austin just played out of their minds on Saturday. Yeah, let's take El Mexico here.
Let's go. At least I never slept with Lumberg. Lock of the day. At least I never slept with Lumberg.
Bless
Lock
you.
of the day. What's up, Bieniek? What'd you say?
I said bless you because Max sounded like he sneezed over there.
Check out the breast exam on Channel 9. New Orleans.
Oh, that reminds me, Colby. There was actually a commercial of a bunch of women showing off their tits, and it was a commercial to raise awareness of breast cancer awareness.
Huh.
I don't know. Yeah, it took the party that I was at by surprise that was the commercial, or that was the purpose of it. So,
fake tits.
Yeah,
did they scatter some fake ones in there too?
Yeah.
What a world. New Orleans is in San Antonio. Take it on Incarnate Word. I mean, I kind of think this is a smash spot for iDub.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I kind of almost want to bet iDub.
I think we should.
I think the line is telling. iDub is like
they've lost 2 straight.
Yeah, and they're not that bad. Are they just going to take it all out on? Yeah, they're gonna. This is going to be like that 25-point beatdown. iDub.
Let's go. Take that train on into San Antonio and cash this bet. iDub minus 11.5.
Yeah, Colby, Daniel also telling you that you missed about 5 is a little bit of exaggeration. It was probably 2 commercials promoting girls flag football to be a new varsity high school sport in all 50 states.
The fuck?
No comment.
Colby wants it to be tackled.
Flag football. There's no spot for flag football in the universe to me. I mean, if you want to play it on the beach or something, fine. Like fucking Top Gun or some shit. But
The beach.
I don't care about it being a high school sport. You know? I like football, the way the game was for 150 years, and people complained about concussions because, I don't know. Few of them, few of them offed himself but I just look at life a little differently. I think the game is the game. Maybe don't do the opioids, right? Because I don't believe it was a problem in the 60s with the players in the 50s and 60s. I think this is something that came upon the 80s. I also think I've talked about this. The game is faster in a dome, faster on fake grass. Simple solution to fix this. Vote for Pick Dundee. All right. Flag football. Yeah, sure. Put that shit on the beach. You're good. High school sport. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, but I'm saying, sure. It just doesn't, I just don't want flag football to be like, I read some article. I think I clicked on it for like 5 seconds. It's the fastest growing sport in America, flag football. I could never watch a flag football game on TV though. I have zero interest in ever doing that. But if it makes you happy, watch. What's your opinion on flag football, Mac?
Waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got, it's like dodgeball or something, right? It's like, cool, go play it. I don't need to go to an event for dodgeball or like a water balloon fight. You know what I mean? Fucking kick the can or something. Bieniek, I know you're always skipping out on college basketball experience to go play kick the can or flashlight tag or some shit. But yeah, it's like flashlight tag. It's like fucking flashlight tag. We used to play a game where I grew up. We called it just night football, but we played on asphalt. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot like flag football because you didn't really want to get tackled. It was like 2-hand touch. You would eat shit occasionally. I think I still have a few scars on my elbow. But
our go-to nighttime neighborhood game was Ghost in the Graveyard.
Never heard of it.
It's like night tag or whatever, but there's one guy that hides, and if me or one of my close buddies were the ghost, we'd run like 4 miles away.
Yeah.
So
yeah. There you go. What was that called again?
Ghost in the Graveyard.
Ghost in the Graveyard, folks. Get out there. Play a game of Ghost to the Graveyard. Yeah.
Only Bieniek.
But yeah, I mean, I don't care. Women are playing it fine. I really don't give a fuck. I mean, if it makes them happy, sure. I mean, am I crazy for this thought? I'm kind of unopinionated on it. I just don't want to ever turn on the TV and watch a game of flag football. But there's like a trillion stations. Sure, throw it on one. Right? It's just kind of, I don't know what answer you want from me. Right? Doesn't move the needle for me, but I don't want to be like, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to play it.
They're trying to get a rise out of you.
Yeah. I mean, I tend to like football the way football should be, without the European communist kickoff.
Mac.
Yeah,
we've been on a 4-minute flag football rant.
Laser tag, exactly. Are we going to start showing fucking laser tag? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. So we double locked up Incarnate Word. I hope you like our game breakdown on that. The Nazis, they played flag football. I heard. The Nazis.
Gestapo State prefers the football, the soccer version of football. Colby.
Yeah, exactly. With Roger Goodell wants to turn it into that. Trust me. Northwestern State is in Thibodaux, Louisiana, taking on the Nazis. Hitler is laying 6.5 points against these demons. Demons own the Nazis, says Mitchell.
Yeah,
it's valid.
They did win the first meeting this year.
Oh man, I think it's a smash spot for the Nazis then, right? They've won 4 straight.
Yeah, I like Northwestern State here. I thought they played pretty well against McNeese on Saturday, and I don't know. I think I want to fade Hitler here. He's won 4 in a row. He ain't gonna win a 5th. He may win a fifth. It won't be by more than 7.
That's the tricky part right there.
Yeah, I'm locking up Northwestern State. Too much. I think it's a 1-possession game. I think it's gonna be a fun ass game.
I don't think I'm gonna bet this, but I'll take the Nazis in a close one. Nazis 80, Demons 72. Mac is locking up Northwestern State.
Fuck you, Hitler.
It's one of my favorite. We need to get that shirt for the college basketball experience. Fuck you, Hitler. Surprised that hasn't been out there already. Just show the Nicholls logo on the front and on the back. Just say "fuck you, Hitler." Can we get that in the store, Bieniek? Let's go. Howard, is this the makeup game? This is the makeup game. Howard is going into Princess Anne, Maryland, to take on Art Shell's alma mater, Maryland Eastern Shore.
Terrible game.
I mean, does this stink or what, dude?
I mean, I'm looking at the situation. What Howard's coming off of Central. That's a nice win anytime you beat Central. I mean, they've played. It feels like Howard should kill them, but why is the line this short?
That's what I was right from the start. I was like, this what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I mean, when Maryland Eastern Shore is 4 wins, folks, just to let you know.
Pulse. They have no pulse.
Penn State.
Colby, the juice wants to see a discipline game out of you here.
This might be it. Penn State. How do I pronounce this? Shoiko? They beat D2 school or D3 or some shit. They also took down Gallaudet, another D2 or 3 school or something. Then they took down what is this? All 4 of their wins are fucking D2 or D3 schools. They haven't beaten What is this line?
I guess Howard had just lost 5 in a row before that last game, but should we just dive into it and fucking lock up Howard?
Howard's a decent team. Are they really going to fall asleep at the wheel here?
I mean,
are they decent? They've lost to a DT.
I just locked them up against Central.
They're 4-2 in the MEAC.
Yeah, I just locked them up against Central. I watched that whole game. I think they're good. And I'll go back to the Norfolk State game where Norfolk State ended up covering. But Norfolk State went on like an 11-0 run at the 3-minute mark. That shit was pretty close majority of the game. God, what is this number?
Why did Eastern Shore not play on Saturday? What's going on here? Why have they not played a month or a week?
I don't know. Wait, they didn't play anybody on Saturday?
Yeah, why did they not play? What's going on?
I'm gonna stay. This is the discipline game. Staying away. Staying away. You betting this?
You know what? I'll have a fade KenPom play. KenPom's got this at 4. The fuck is he on? Yeah, lock up Howard.
Yeah. Mac is locking up Howard. Dundee giving away a discipline play here.
They better not win by 6. I swear to God. They should win by 16.
I bet you that's what it is.
I bet you they win by 16 and we'll laugh tomorrow and be like, why was that line there?
I know it's a discipline play for you, Colby, but do you have a pick?
Yeah, you gotta take Howard. You gotta take Howard. I understand. I know the chat brought up they lost to 2 D2 schools. Those D2 schools would beat Maryland Eastern Shore, in my opinion. So, for whatever that's worth. A&T.
They would kill fucking Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
And they beat Lavelle Moton on Saturday. So
yeah,
it's like
and they were neck and neck with Norfolk for a long time, and Norfolk's a good team.
Yeah.
North Carolina A&T is catching 13.5 in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. I will lock up North Carolina A&T.
I mean, is this the largest number Campbell's ever been favored in?
Well, and A&T just played Charleston really close ever since the gambling scandal. They've looked good, even though they've lost 10 in a row. They lost by 3 at Charleston.
Yeah,
it's a great spot for them.
This is a national TV game too, just like the Charleston game was. They're not going to rig the game on national TV. People are watching. Yes, North Carolina A&T, take the points, lock it up.
Double lock on these Aggies. Had this one circled. Next up, Bethune-Cookman, my boys, coming into Houston, Texas. Take on Texas Southern. Texas Southern's a 2.5 point favorite. Let's cook up some cash down in Houston, Texas. Lock Bethune-Cookman. What are you doing here?
I like Bethune. I don't think I'm going to bet it though. Are you betting Bethune?
I am.
I'll stay away. Discipline here for me.
I like it. Starting to come into form. Soon Bieniek's gonna maybe this Saturday. That's what last Saturday was. He said it was his discipline day. That's why he only gave out one bet out of 175 games.
He took a 4-hour nap on a 4-hour show.
APB, can you put out an APB on these Golden Lions? Because Arkansas Pine Bluff's heading into Jackson, Mississippi to take on Jackson State. Jackson State is laying 12.5. I think we should lay it. Actually, wait. Pine Bluff was part of this gambling scandal too, right? And they got our boy.
Dude.
No, I don't think so. It was Valley State, NCA&T, and Eastern Michigan.
Oh yeah, it's just Dr. Bradley. I'm seeing he's out for this game with the transfer portal. I am. I shit you not. I'm seeing.
And plus Jackson State unloaded the clip the other day on Valley State 92-44.
Yeah, dude, I'm betting Pine Bluff. It's way too many points. They just won by 50. You got to fade that the next game. Dr. Bradley's going to come back tomorrow and he's going to fucking play well.
I mean, Pine Bluff does play at the 4th best pace in the country. Doc Bradley,
APB,
fucking 88 miles per hour, jumping gigawatts. All right, let's go. All right, maybe you talked me into it.
APB, baby, let's go. I got
put out an APB. How about this? A little Pine Bluff, Valley State parlay. See you at the winner's circle. Let's go.
They've been chippy the last couple of weeks on these weeknight games. APB. They won at Texas Southern. They should have beat Grambling. Let's go.
This next one has caught my eye as well.
You know
Corpus
what?
Christi.
I'm actually going to give out the over on that. We're gonna over this one. So if you guys are high on Pine Bluff staying within this number, they play at the number 1 pace in the SWAC and 7th fastest tempo in the country. So I feel like if they're going to run and actually make some shots, this has a chance to go over. And the cocktail napkins got this at 157.5. So let's ride.
Let's go, Bieniek.
There we go. We're giving out 3. Look at that. We're just hitting this game heavy. Fred, yeah. I feel you. I didn't even watch it. Just seeing Twitter makes me want to blow my fucking brains out. Corpus Christi is in Beaumont, Texas. This is a lock for me. Corpus Christi is taking down Lamar. Lamar got him by 4 in Corpus Christi. Now you heading down to Beaumont? What are you doing here?
Yeah, so and also we got Corpus Christi kind of coming off a fucking dud of a game, so it is their 4th straight road spot, but I like the bounce back here. I'll join you here. Corpus Christi outright.
Double lock on the Islanders. Shout out to Jay Steele. We all Islanders tomorrow. I'm going to surf this fucking lake here after we win this game. All right. Next up is an interesting one. You got Grambling, Alabama A&M, 2 7-16 teams going at it in Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama A&M's lost 3 straight. Grambling just won a big game. I want A&M. No bet. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take Alabama A&M. No bet either.
Yeah. If in this game, what time is this tip? 8.
You mean
so I won't even know if I've won.
It's going to be 9:00.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
There'll be a women's game or maybe a power outage in the area. Generator explodes.
No, it'll be condensation, and they don't even have hockey. They don't even have a fucking hockey ring underneath it.
That is funny.
Yeah.
It is in the hockey arena. That is.
I went to a Bullets game back in the day, where fucking US Air Arena. Shout out to the US Air Arena, one of the shittiest venues. Man, they were playing this. It was Bullets Suns. Charles Barkley and Marley were on the Suns. They were nasty, and there was nothing like going out to a game, sitting there for 2 hours, thinking they were going to play, and then at around the 2 hour 40-minute mark, they canceled the game. It's like perfect. And then the Bullets were such piles of shit. None of them were going in the stands and signing autographs. Barkley goes up into the crowd. He was like, everyone's loving Charles Barkley. He's signing autographs. You're just sitting there like, dude, we just paid a bunch of money to go catch a Bullets game. The least you could do is go up and fucking take some photos. So you're just sitting there like a fucking idiot, just waiting for these games. Poor mascot's done everything you can. He's been shot out of a fucking cannon. He's shot half court shots. He's done every fucking thing you could. Yeah. Anyway,
for what it's worth, this is not at the hockey arena. This is at Alabama A&M Events Center.
I don't think they have a hockey arena. That was my point. That was the joke.
Well, there's a hockey arena in Huntsville that has hosted college basketball games.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
I did not
my
know
uncle
that.
played for Alabama Huntsville hockey.
All right. Well, I guess the joke's on me. The joke's on me. I had no idea. Apparently there's wow. You learn something new every day, right? Hockey in Alabama. Didn't see that one coming. Next up, Sela is in Houston, Texas, taking on our boys. Keith Landry, I know you're in the chat. Cover your goddamn ears. I'm locking up Houston Christian. Joel Osteen has a killer cross. Laying the 1.5. What are you doing here?
We will do battle. Houston Christian beat him at Sela a couple weeks ago. I think Sela is going to return the favor here, and they're going to split on each other's home court. Give me Sela, the Lions.
All right.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
We got a battle at the CVS. Dundee on HBU. Mac on Sela. Next up, game of the night, some say. Baylor. It's heading into Houston. A lot of games in fucking Houston today. Check this out. I mean, if they only spread out the games, you could pull a college football campus tour here.
Get to them all.
You could, yeah. I mean, look at what we got going. Beaumont, Texas is not that far from Houston, so you could pull off that. Lamar plays there. You got Texas Southern. You got Houston Christian, and then you got the Houston Cougs going on. If you just spread these things out, you could have the greatest trip ever. Shout out to Avetta. I know she's going to all these goddamn games. All right. Houston's laid 8.5. The total is at 132.5. What's the injury situation right now? LJ Cryer might not play, right?
Yeah, he had something on his hand. Like
every goddamn player is injured in this game. Right?
Houston's really banged up. Baylor's starting to get a little bit healthier, but they lost their starting center for the year, or at least if he kind of splits time with Norchad if Norchad is playing the 5.
Ah, man.
Edgecombe came back last game.
Yeah, and same
they're
with
starting
Roach,
to
right?
get a little healthier.
Roach, yeah.
Yes.
I think he played, right? I believe he played. If memory serves me correct.
Roach did. Roach returned actually
2 games ago.
Yeah,
2 games ago. Okay. But now you might not get Cryer or Emmanuel Sharp, right?
I don't know about Cryer.
I'm seeing him as a game time decision.
I think he's going to play. I mean, this is a big game for Cryer. I mean, he started his career at Baylor, won a national championship there. I'm locking up Baylor, though. I think Baylor's going to save it. I think we're going to get a fun one. I think it's going to be just like that Arizona-Iowa State Big Monday and some of these other Big 12 games that have just been entertaining back-and-forth games. I think Baylor can score enough and make shots from the perimeter to counter Houston's over-aggressive defense.
Let me ask you something. If you wait on this, will this go to 9.5?
I don't know. I'm seeing it coming down to, well, it opened at 9. Now it's down to 8.5. I don't think it's going to touch 10. I don't think it's going to go to 10. I think it's going to stay around 8 or 9.
So for what it's worth, the first report was that LJ Cryer had a serious knuckle injury. But according to
that sounds like someone that sounds like someone I've done this before. When you get pissed drunk and you get in an argument, instead of I just punch a wall. Punch a wall is a classic move when you're drunk. Then the next day you wake up and you're like, son of a bitch.
There is a 9.5 on FanDuel. It is
according to
115 though.
According to Paper City Magazine, the quote here from LJ Cryer is, "Oh yeah, I'm for sure playing. I'm not letting this hold me out. God willing,
what magazine is that? What magazine is that?
Paper City Magazine. So Houston must be like known for being paper manufacturer. No idea. But he says, I'm not letting this hold me out. God willing, I'm going to finish the whole season. Ain't none of these little nagging injuries going to take me out.
I'll take the points, I guess. I'm going to listen to you guys. Yeah. I just
they can make shots.
Yeah. I just hope everyone. I actually, if he doesn't play, you're feeling great. Then, is this a triple lock?
I don't know. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I liked Houston, but I'm not going to go in. I don't think I want to.
Yeah, there is a 9.5. I'm grabbing the 9.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think that thing's getting to 10.
Not at 9.5. You feel pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double lock. Shout out to Chris Warren repping Clutch City. I had that VHS back in the day.
Fuck it. I'm gonna lock battle you guys. I don't have enough action today, so
it's Houston.
Give me the Cougs. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it.
We got a battle in Clutch City. Phoenix on the Cougs. Dundee Mac on the Bears.
What are we calling this at for the show? Is there a nice middle 9 instead of 8.5?
No, I'd say you can get the number that you can get best. Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Charlotte, the Clits. This is a lock. I'll take the 12.5.
They already played this year.
Dude, Florida Atlantic's coming back from fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's not direct. Just news for you. That's not direct. I don't even think it's that crazy. If you're just looking for a crazy money line,
yeah,
plus 700.
To Colby, to your point, FAU has the longer travel here on the short term than Charlotte. Charlotte played at home. They've already played 2 weeks ago. What was it? It was a 11-point game. Who does just out of curiosity, who does FAU have on deck? Temple?
Well, yes, at Temple. But hold on,
I love the Clits here.
You realize Tulsa's 2 hours. Is anyone from Oklahoma in the chat or Bieniek? Can you pull up the map? I believe
Oklahoma?
I spent a month in fucking in
Spit
Oklahoma.
It out so I can look it up.
Well, I believe Tulsa's 2 hours from Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that vein. So you got to take a bus for 2 hours. This is Saturday. You just played at Tulsa. You got to take a bus for 2 hours, then fly from Oklahoma City to where?
Hour 40.
Atlanta. Connect in Atlanta. No way they're going direct. No way they're fucking going direct from Miami to fucking to Oklahoma City. No?
Yeah. I mean, there's got. Oh, yeah. So you're saying the layovers in Atlanta?
I'm guessing Atlanta, Charlotte, something like that. And then you get to Miami, and then Boca Raton. Isn't that a little bit of a drive from Miami too?
Yeah. Either way, it is a tough travel spot, and they're coming off. I mean, they've won 3 in a row. This is a little bit of a sleepy spot. And Charlotte's already seen them.
Bina, give me the distance from Miami International Airport to Boca Raton.
Is that the nearest airport?
I mean, I would think so. To go to fucking Oklahoma, like it's not like they're flying to Vegas or something, you know. I'll take Charlotte plus the
45-minute drive from the airport.
Yeah, so this is you guys are the goddamn planes, trains, and automobiles. You got they're fucking Steve Martin and John Candy over here. Locking up the 12.5. I think it's worth taking a long shot of the money line here.
I think them and Baylor are both live.
Yeah. Let's go. Double lock on the Clits.
We're doing the next game.
Oh boy.
Oh, standalone. So you got to bet it, and it's a nightcap. Oh, this is a beautiful 11:00 game.
I like to think this is the most entertaining game on the slate. I know people will say Baylor and Houston or Clemson and Carolina, but this game. Do you remember the first time when you made me switch? You convinced me to switch sides to take Nevada, and of course
in overtime.
Yeah, of course in overtime.
Yeah.
They probably should have lost outright. Fresno State is catching 14.5 in Reno at the Lawler Event Center, the Bat Cave. Do not build a new fucking stadium. If you're listening to this and you're a Nevada fan, which you probably already checked out on the season, but do not build a new stadium. All right. The Bat Cave is actually cool. It's got personality and it's on campus. You want to build some shit away from campus. It's a bad idea. College sports should be played on fucking campus. Now we got some stuff going on here. We have Michael Robinson is a game time decision. This is a guy who averages double digits for Fresno State and starts for them. We also have Trey Coleman is a game time decision for the Nevada Wolfpack. Now, I don't think it's as important, but Trey Coleman still a very good player for them. So kind of substantial injury news here with 2 game time decisions for players that get a lot of burn. I'm all
for what it's worth. Points. Michael Robinson's missed 7 straight games.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't look. It's not like Fresno looked good in those 7 straight games. What was the one game? Was it Utah State that they looked good? The one in Logan. What game was it? Yeah, it was the one in Logan, January 4th. That was a long time ago. So wait, 7 straight games. Oof. They played Colorado State tough.
They played all right on Friday night.
They're a weird team. I think you got to take the points with the way Steve Alford and Nevada have been playing this year. It's a sleepy game. You don't get up for a 5-win team.
They do have a week off coming into this game. Did the rest come at the right time?
Nevada has what? San Jose on deck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to take the points. I guess you have the elevation factor too. Reno, I think, is at a decent elevation. I'm taking the fucking points. Fuck this. Fuck the Steve Alford team. What are you doing here? And I will bet this because it is standalone.
You have to bet it.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
I'll join you. God, and reluctantly. I think they're gonna stay within this thing. I think Nevada's gonna win by like 9.
I'll tell you this. Even if we lose our money, it's gonna be a fun watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Fresno's going to be winning at the under 4 and they lose by 16. Watch.
Double lock on these Fresno State Bulldogs. Yeah, I did bring up the elevation factor. I also brought up. I forgot to bring up the meth factor. Well, actually, you get meth in Fresno too. So I mean, guess they should be immune to it by coming into Reno.
It's a standalone game too. So what do you think? people will bet this game more than usual. What do you think the public will bet? Nevada?
Well,
I would think Nevada.
I mean, nobody's going to openly bet on Fresno. They're fucking 5-19.
Hasty mentioned the Xavier DeSalle revenge game here. Maybe that's an angle. Who knows?
There's 15 points. So. That's a lot.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, do we wait on betting Fresno? Is this going to go? This could go up.
Yeah, I'm not in any fucking rush here.
It's going to go up.
Filthy line.
Top plays of the night. What are we giving away? How many?
3.
All right.
You're going to give out Baylor and Charlotte, aren't you?
No. Maybe Baylor, but Charlotte definitely caught my eye. When I'm just going to tell you, I circled a couple from the start when I was building these slides. It was A&T against Campbell. It was Charlotte against FAU. And it was, I think I actually had 4 circled. So I'm going to go I'm going to go with Corpus Christi beating Lamar. Bethune's a pretty good one too, though. Fire Mac.
3 big dogs on national TV games. Baylor is 1. Then I would go Charlotte. Then I'll go North Carolina A&T. Too many points. A lot of dogs.
I love the Alabama State one too, man. I mean, there's some fun ones tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Clemson -5.5. I like Houston 8.5, -8.5 there, and the over 153.5 in Pine Bluff and Jackson State.
Yeah, I mean, I feel decent about you, the Mexicans too, dude. I actually like the slate tomorrow, which is. I feel like I'm all right on Mondays. A lot of swag and Southland games. I love those conferences.
For the audience too, by the way, be heads up for an early Monday episode.
Pregame show, you mean?
No.
Oh, you mean?
If we return and see Nick Mondays.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He didn't answer me today, so that's on the fence.
I mean, I'm just saying, be a heads up. It might happen. It might not.
Yeah. All right. Folks, give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Follow away. The College Basketball Experience. You should be following on Twitter or Facebook or fucking Instagram or whatever. At TCE on SGPN on Twitter. I guess the other, and Instagram. And then I guess Facebook, just search the College Experience would be. I don't fucking know. All right. But check it all out. It's all great. It's all great stuff. Check out the College Baseball Experience. The season starts Friday. I mean, Bieniek, what are we looking at? Friday morning, we're going to wake up. Once again, I'm just going to take a guess right now. I didn't look at Friday's slate. College basketball is going to give us like 10 games. It's going to be really annoying. But the good news is
Friday should be great.
Yeah. The good news is you're going to wake up and college baseball will be on all fucking day.
Yep.
And you can gamble on that and the 10 college basketball games as we load up for Saturday. Check out the College Baseball Experience previews. We're going to have a pick show Thursday night. Bunch of conference previews already out. More coming. Some team previews. You better believe. My ECU Pirates. George Mason, you're going down. You filthy footballers, scumbags. Check them out. And also check out the College Football Experience. We're breaking down some schedules this week. So we're just firing on all cylinders. Schedules coming out for all the power conferences in the CUSA. So check out all that good stuff. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast and the Bottom Line Bombs and the Ryan and Rush Show. And don't forget the pregame show, College Basketball Experience. Till next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
I lost a bet on the Super Bowl. So I had to dive in and crawl around through the snow. Don't believe me? Believe me, there's a video. We made it to promote March 5th and then we did the show. Before March, there was a winter to be lived through, and snow fell on the DC metropolis. In some other cities, this wouldn't be big news, but where I live, it felt like an apocalypse. Not the kind where zombies or the wrath of God, but the kind where Mother Nature doesn't laugh it off. I didn't laugh at all. I saw the sky smoking the blunt, now waiting for the ash to fall. Traffic stalled for a few weeks. Capitol Hill of snow taking up a parking space. A couple notches on the beltway ain't unique, but higher freezes get more than your heart to race. I mean, the rats were frostbitten, they lost it, risking their lives just to make it to the office. Exhausting, caustic, cold front rose up through the mid-Atlantic and did its damage. Detective Baylor didn't expect a camera and brought a gun to a snowball fight. I know my rights in the season of mood swing. Some of us winning, some of us losing. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. So I can stay warm. So I can stay warm. So I can stay warm. Des says you're beautiful little snowflakes. I say that you're snowmobiles with no brakes. This isn't how normal feels, it's so fake. I need more to shovel while the hubble hovers above us, lovers and haters ever collapsing rap stars. NASA is my backyard. The chain link fence couldn't contain the frozen rain that caused a bit of madman to go insane. I wrote her name in spray paint for Valentine's Day. She didn't feel the same, I was out of line. Hey, a cold shoulder is nothing new to the stone owner. Looking for a froze over Belladonna for snow blower bar. Temperature lower, kill the hot streak. They know I'm a broken clock and talk's cheap. The homie gave and the bird caught it after. The misery crew saw the storm growing faster as the weatherman got a lump of cold. Rambling for ratings in another month or so. There'll be a rush on gold, so put your luck on hold. Real bread and toilet paper sold, but I gotta go. This is not for show. I really ought to get my clock fixed before the snow falls and all this is washed away. I see my breath in the air as I cry out, not today, today. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I